I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix, everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we are taking a closer look at DC Holiday Special 2017, a collection of 12 sinfully sweet holiday treats. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop on in together and find out. Alrighty then, everybody, another year, another set of Christmas anthology stories featuring some of our favorite DC superheroes. What's the framing device this year? Because there normally always is a framing device. Well, it would seem Constantine, everyone's favorite cockney master of the dark arts, is getting absolutely pissed in Bibbo Babowski's bar in Metropolis. Constantine says how in his line of work he often comes face to face with the evil in the hearts of all mankind, and that no happy holiday season could ever make him think any different. Why this year especially, Constantine says the human race proved to be one giant rolling dumpster fire. Clark Kent is in the same bar we discover, drinking club soda, wouldn't you know, and it seems that even the normally happy Man of Steel is starting to feel a little bit of Christmas depression. Bibbo won't let that stand though, being one of the biggest boosters of the superhero community, and Superman in particular wants to share with Clark 12 interesting stories he's heard while tending bar that should hopefully refill Superman's faith in humanity and the world as a whole. Now obviously I'm not going to cover every one of these stories individually, because if I did I would be here until freaking New Year, but let's cover some of the more interesting ones. We have a kind of moody murder mystery with Batman stopping a kid who was spurned many Christmases ago from taking revenge. This story also serves as kind of an interesting take on the whole Christmas ghost trope that we know so well. There's an amazing Green Arrow story in here with art by Phil Hester, a man who did the art during the Judd Winnick years, aka my favorite years on Green Arrow. Basically, Ollie and Black Canary go to drop off a bunch of gifts to children in an orphanage while dressed as Santa and Miss Claus. A bunch of criminals try and steal the gifts, and our heroes do what they do best. What's cool though is that when the heroes come out, they're stoked not just to finally be getting gifts, but also stoked to be seeing Black Canary, who's a bit of a holiday depressive herself, what with growing up in an orphanage and everything, but these orphan kids absolutely worship Dine, and it just gives her a really nice warm feeling all over. Tom King, always the outlier in comics, gives us, get this, a Sergeant Rock and Easy Company themed war story that takes place at Christmas time. Basically, an Allied soldier is shot and dying, but he refuses to let his German prisoner go, even though as the nights get darker and colder, there's a good chance they both might die. Also, hey, did I mention this soldier is Jewish? Because he is. Yeah, that changes it a lot. Probably my favorite story, though, comes from the middle part of this anthology, and it features the Flash, both Flashes, in fact. You see, Wally West is afraid of being left alone on Christmas, all of his Teen Titans friends going to do other stuff. Barry Allen, his friend and mentor, is supposed to meet him, but he gets stuck up at the airport after a fight with Rainbow Raider. The planes aren't going to be taking off now, which means a ton of people, including a class full of children, are going to be stranded and away from their families on the holidays. Feeling bad about it, Barry decides to use his super speed to single-handedly deliver every person to where they were going. And just when Wally thinks everyone has abandoned him, boom, Barry comes running on in, and the two manage to spend Christmas together. Aw, how sweet. Heck, even unexpected characters like Deathstroke end up getting a Christmas story. This is a flashback where we see Slade leave his family high and dry on Christmas Eve to go and get back a nuclear detonator that was snuck into the country. This story definitely highlights the Wilson family's dysfunctional nature, but in a kinda sweet moment, Jericho, the young kid who ends up becoming a hero in his own right, is just really happy to have his family all together at the end. Hey, remember how great that Max Landis Superman comic was? Well, he's got a story in here too. Lois crashes her beloved car before Christmas time, and when Superman finds out how much it meant to her, seeing as she drove it forever and it was a gift from her parents, he goes out of his way to salvage the steering wheel and car seat and then flies Lois around Christmas Day. Why, the comic even finds time for Batman and Wonder Woman to get together to celebrate the more pagan roots of Christmas, having themselves their very own Yule festival deep in the woods. Wonder Woman says she does this every year to remind Batman that even though he may see the worst in humanity as the Caped Crusader, he'll always need to remember that the light is there if you build it. And that theme of seeing the good in everyone around Christmas time also ties us into the finale. Superman leaves Bibbo's bar, discovers that Constantine has nowhere to go on Christmas Eve, and invites him to come hang out with the Kents, which means Constantine gets to meet John the Superboy, and that's just adorable from from start to finish. So that's DC Holiday Special 2017, everybody, and even though we get these pretty much every year, I must admit there was a lot of really strong offerings in this one. I think it certainly helps that a lot of the writers felt that comic readers could use some good positivity right here at the end of the year, and that overarching theme that actually connects all the stories I felt was really nice. Some years they don't even bother to do that, some years it's just a lot more scattershot. Some great artwork and none of the stories overstayed their welcome. Overall, I'd give this one a very positive 9 out of 10. If you haven't checked this one out yet, I think you should. You might enjoy it. So that's DC Holiday Special, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, want to check out some of the other videos I have available from my channel, then you can follow me on Twitter at CaveJoel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And hey, if you like this video and want to see more, you might want to become a patron. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and they can do so for as little as $1 a month. And until next time, everyone, this has been CaveJoel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again later. Bye-bye.